What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to SpinTires MudRunner for a look at a brand new truck mod. This is a M35A2, and it's actually a really interesting truck. This is the basically if you want to look at off-roading in general, this is when you get into off-roading stuff like this, you're driving big trucks. Like these are the heavyweights of the off-roading world. I mean, if you know anything about military trucks, which to be honest, I like military trucks, but I do not have an extensive knowledge of military trucks. But I love these things. I think they're absolutely awesome. I think they're really interesting. I love the history behind these trucks. I love seeing them in person. I actually got the chance to ride in a couple of them, so they're very cool. And you can actually put different weighted utility boxes on this truck. Like that mod carries over to this mod for some reason. You could put all of your lumber equipment on it. You could put your basically like any type of hauling equipment or support equipment that doesn't involve a trailer, which is odd to me that they would only let you put stuff on that didn't involve a trailer, because I was honestly actually really expecting this thing to have the ability to tow trailers. But I mean, I guess it's not really a main focus for this thing, but at the same time, like, you used to see these things these things would tow trailers. Like, that was one of the biggest things that these things would do. They would tow. So I'm sure we could, hook something up, to the back with a winch or something like that, but definitely not my current focus with this thing. I want to test it out, and I want to see what it can do. So, setting off, I've not really ever been on this map before, so I don't really have that much experience with it. I do need to learn kind of where I'm at, where everything else is at, and what the route is for this map. But we're gonna set off, I think, through the river and see what we could do. So far, no water warning, which is awesome. That's mad that there's no water warning yet. And oh, wow, we just barely caught the power band before it stalled out. That was barely, though. It's very close to not catching that power band. I was very impressed. Stick with it. It's very easy to drive. It's super easy to drive. Dude, no water warning yet. That's ridiculous. I would have expected to get a water warning by now. I mean, let's just drive straight out here and see if we get one. We probably will. Still no dangerous water level. Still no dangerous water level. Oh my god. What are we even dealing with here? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so now finding out the fact that this thing doesn't really react negatively to water in seemingly any way. I mean, we haven't completely submerged it yet, but we've gotten it pretty damn close. So with that being said, and that now being my experience of this truck, I'm kind of confident to throw it at pretty much anything, especially any body of water. So this trail runs along the edge of the river. I'm going to go ahead and bypass it. I mean, watch this. It just plunges in. Still no dangerous water level warning. Still no dangerous water level warning. That was almost completely and totally submerged. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. I don't have any other trucks that will do that. I mean, and this thing actually does it to the point where I would consider it almost kind of unrealistic, actually. Because, honestly, like, I don't know how you would actually do that in a real truck, because that would be just so mental if you could do that in a real truck. I mean, you would literally be driving a submarine at that point. Just insane. The water would come in the windshield, it would come in the windows, it would fill up the cab. That's just gnarly. And high is only really the equivalent of third. You have 2 more gears to go up if you stick it in automatic mode. So I'm not sure I'm a big fan of how much the bed sides kind of like sway back and forth. I feel like it's a little bit weird. Not necessarily how much they sway, but how much they bend. They bend to an odd level. Like, they almost kind of look like these weird, like, jelly material. Let's see if it'll maintain the pace in high while going up this hill. So far it does. Oh, nope. If you hit anything with the bumper, you're kind of done. But that makes sense as to why it would do that, so I understand. Yeah, we're going to have to... If we want this to do it, it will. We just have to aim for the right side. Go. Aim. There it is. Easy. Come on. Come on, a little bit more. Little bit more. There we go. This thing freaking climbs. It absolutely just climbs. It crawls. Even in high range. I mean, dude, if you want something that has off-roading capabilities but can still log, here's your truck. I mean, you never have to be concerned about water. You never have to be concerned about rocks. You never have to be concerned about pretty much anything in a truck like this. I mean, aside from rolling over. Yeah, that's a thing. But if you have MudRunner mod, you can fix that pretty dang easily. So let's go ahead and pull you back on your wheels, and then we'll be on our way. So biggest thing that I keep going back to with this truck is that if you can get over the top heaviness, which honestly it's no more top heavy than the Russian trucks that are in the game anyway, then you can, I mean, you've got pretty much an incredible jack of all trades on your side. You can literally scout with this thing. You could repair with this thing. You could do rescue with this thing. You could log with this thing. You could do literally whatever you want. And I know I've said that about some other trucks before, but the element of being able to do whatever you want in this, I mean, there's definitely, yes, there's a little bit of a compromise when it comes to, like, tight trails. You're not going to go, like, super flexy rock crawling in this. You're just not. It's not going to happen. But if you have an open map like this that just has rocks to drive up and over, you're golden. You're fine. And in terms of being able to rescue other vehicles, this thing's pretty much unstoppable because of its water capabilities. Its water capabilities are just off the charts. They are of a different world, basically. And I think that that's probably one of the biggest areas where I think this truck is more than worth it to have in your collection and on your maps, because it is such a good rescue truck, especially for water. Because there's nothing more frustrating than getting a truck sunk in water and then it getting stuck there and you don't have anything else that can go in and rescue it. This thing can go in and rescue it. This thing is there to go in and rescue it. And it's pretty much, like, available no matter what. Now, this map, like I said, I don't know this map, so I'm not sure where any of, like, the lumber objectives are or anything like that. So, let's see. Oh, there's the lumber mill. And then the lumber mill, and then the lumber mill, and then the garage. Oh, there's a log station way down at the other end. Like, way down at the other end. So, but you know what? It will actually be a really easy one to get to. So, I'm going to recover back to the garage. And then I'm going to quickly drive across the road, or not even across the road, across the river. And we're going to go and pick up a load of lumber in this thing. And to be honest, we are going to 100% bypass the normal river crossing, because we're going to just go across it. This could very well be the deepest part of the river, but you know what? I don't care, and neither does this truck, because it just goes. It just goes. It never even tells you, hey, that's dangerous. It's just like, I'll take it. No big deal. I'll take it. It absolutely, like, doesn't give a crap about what you throw at it. It just doesn't, and I love that. Yeah, you absolutely never have to worry about it. You absolutely never have to worry about it. Wonder if it can go... Oh, this will be an interesting test. I mean, as long as the bumper doesn't catch, I bet you it can. Ah, not quite. Yeah, not quite. Had to be quick with the winch, otherwise it was going to roll back. Like, there's no question in my mind that it was going to roll back. And I'm not super concerned about doing the entire lumber delivery, so that's, like, the fact that we are low on fuel doesn't really concern me too much. I just want to get there and see what amount of lumber, what, type of lumber that you can load in the back of this truck. I'm assuming it's pretty normal, like, medium load of lumber or something like that, but I still want to see how it looks in the back of this thing, because this isn't a standard lumber attachment. And really just cruising down these trails, I mean, you could throw it in high if you want. You could also put it in automatic and go even faster. The interior is not terrible. It's a little low res, but it's not bad. I mean, the steering wheel especially and the dash is a little low res, but to be honest, like, it's a really nicely, like, put together interior. All the pieces are there. It might not be super high res or anything like that, but all the pieces are there, and that's something that the creator can update later on in the future if they so desire to. And I think that it's not super necessary. I mean, it is a mod, so it's not 100% necessary. But if he wanted to do something like this really, really, really cool and really set himself apart and do something crazy, then he could do that, and it would really set this thing in a class of its own. And I think it would be a really, really good idea on his part. And it would really, I think, it would cement itself as one of the best trucks to have at that point. Rolling now. We're in 5th. Ground's pretty decently packed, too. Actually, you know what? I take that back. And I'll tell you why. Because it just got muddy again. And then you know what? It dried out again. So I am not sure how to, like... not sure how to process that, but I mean, I guess this road is like just wet in some areas and then not in some others. It's just hard packed ground in some others. So, easing it up over the rocks. Just staying in it up the hill. God, no question about it. Best big, like, this is the best big truck in MudRunner right now. This is pretty much the best, like, if you're talking especially about, like, effectiveness and usability, best big truck, no matter what. We should be getting close now to the lumber. Really hoping we are. Because this map is proving to be quite basic, and I do want to get to that lumber so I can load it up. Ooh, that is one of the reasons why I am a fan of maps where the lumber station is close to the garage, so that you can actually, like, check out what trucks look like with lumber in them. Come on, there you go. I mean, it just doesn't stop, dude. It just keeps going, and it just keeps pushing. It just keeps, like, going and pushing and easing its way forward. And it might not be the fastest thing in the world, but it doesn't need to be. It really, really, truly doesn't need to be. Up and over. Not bad. Oh, I'm going to try and shortcut this. All you guys are probably like, oh my god, you are going to roll the thing. Uh-oh. Okay, automatic mode and winch, please. Ah, there it goes. Yep. Yep. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. Oh, God. All right. Let's see here. Does that help at all? Any? No. No, not really. Not really, if at all. Let's see if we can begin to spin it back in the other direction. If we can do that, that's a good first step. Okay. So now, we do that. That should help us go the oh, that's wrong. That's quite wrong. That should work. There we go. Pull just a little bit. Pull just a little bit. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. Now I just need it to pull me up the hill. If a road, and you guys pretty much know this by now, if a road in this game just gets, like, pretty straight and, not even repetitive, but just, like, turns into, like, a normal-ish road, I tend to be like, you know what? I'm going somewhere interesting. Oh, okay, you know what? That works out perfectly. That works out perfectly. I didn't even think about it, but that works out perfectly. Just leave it in high and use the gearing. 100% use the gearing. Let's see. You know what? We can go up the edge of... Oh, never mind. I guess we're not going up the edge of that. It hit the bumper. So the edge of that is sketch. We can if we hit it with the tire first, but first thing you need to do before you do that is hit it with the tire, which we didn't do the first time around. All right, log station. Let's see if we can load up in this thing. All right, let's see. Yep, normal. Oh, okay, so it's like... So we come to a log station, and we end up leaving with processed lumber. So that's kind of interesting. But if you guys enjoyed this mod spotlight in SpinTires MudRunner, don't forget to click that like button. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later.